Okay, Ananya, I've had a look at your draft. You are definitely on the right lines, so this is a good start. Just a couple of things. Where I've highlighted in red is usually a grammatical error, and yellow is either word choice or ideas. So just make sure that you refer to the American dream throughout. The dream part doesn't have a capital letter. Now here I've highlighted the novels. Make sure that you're foregrounding the authors, not the novels, because that's showing your understanding that it is the authors who are using techniques to convey their ideas. Now, I've just highlighted admiring here because is it admiring? I'm just querying your word choice, or is it pursuing or valuing materialism over happiness? Going down. Now, you've used contrastingly here, and I don't know why, because you're not actually introducing a contrast at this point. So Fitzgerald's scathing criticism of the jazz age, again, watch your capital letters. Age needs a capital letter. Now, this is just a spelling mistake. It's not peruse, it's pursue. And here that's fine. Similarly, that you can leave that there because we've changed contrastingly. Lockhart also, now this is just editing, suggests that within society there are still some individuals seek through passion and self-development. That's fine. Again, this is editing Lockhart's novel. Now, what you haven't done, Ananya, is you haven't addressed the setting and context of both the texts in your introduction, which you need to do. Remember how we did that for the Gatsby? You need to do that for the introduction for this piece. You need to show your understanding of the different settings and contexts of the novels. So moving down to MBP1. Now, he's not revealing the Bacchus upper class of the Great Gatsby. Remember, he's criticising the age. So I think here you write either the Roaring Twenties or the Jazz Age. Now here you've written something. You've written Daisy married Tom because of his wealth and status, but you haven't backed it up with any evidence from the text. So you need to find a quotation that supports what you're saying. Now, I think here you need to just insert the name of, I think here you need to say Daisy Buchanan here and do the same here. You need the surname of the family. Similarly, privileged upper class family value materialism to the same extent. And then you're going on to embed your evidence, but the old money Democrat quote here isn't supporting how they value money rather than happiness. So you need to find a better quotation here. Okay? Now here I think you say, yes, they fight over the ownership of the property located in the private island because, well, what makes them similar to Daisy? Is it because they rely on money, family money, for their survival because they can't work? So you just need to draw some kind of analogy there that would really sum that bit up. Now you keep referring to the protagonist, but you haven't actually said who the protagonist is. And I'm not sure again whether this quote, and you need to be clear, it's not the aunties, it's a particular one, and you need to make that clear. Who did the funeral arrangements? And what? So you just need to watch your evidence here. You need to find a statement from the text that really supports that sort of greed and shallowness. Now, is Lockhart warning her audience about the true nature of these upper class members? Or about the dangers of what happens when we value materialism above hard work and determination. That's what you're arguing. Those are the original ideals of the American dream. And you're getting a bit wordy here, as they do not seek happiness from caring for their parents, but in reality they experience joy through inheriting more wealth. You're going to need to watch your words, because you are well over the word count for this paragraph. It's already 312 words. It shouldn't be more than 250. So you need to cut some of this wordiness. Now here, this is good. When individuals value materialism and happiness, society becomes morally shallow. And then you show good understanding of how Lockhart is focusing on the family. As he observed, you're doing well here. Fitzgerald uses Nick Carraway, his narrator, his through his narrative perspective, as he observes the corruption within the Jazz Age, who symbolize. Why don't you symbolize this degradation of the upper class, a rotten crowd? They're careless people as they smashed up things. So that's good use of evidence here. You don't need this. What you need to do is analyze how this quotation makes the audience feel. How does it reinforce our negative view of these rich and privileged people who are not using this privilege for the betterment of their society? And here, see, if you're saying similarly, then you need to find a quotation which is as damning as Nick Carraway's about the privileged family on the island. Okay, so you're on the right lines, Ananya, but you're going to need to cut back your wordiness and really make sure that you're choosing the best possible quotations to support what you're saying.